Breaking news for all Social Security beneficiaries. In moments, I'll reveal the complete January 2025 payment schedule that will affect millions of Americans. What I'm about to share isn't just dates on a calendar. It's crucial information that could help you better plan your finances and avoid any surprises with your benefits. As someone who's been analyzing Social Security updates for over a decade, I've noticed this January brings some significant changes that many recipients aren't aware of. Not only will I walk you through the exact payment dates, but I'll also share some insider tips on how to ensure you receive your benefits without any delays. Plus, there's a special alert for those who've recently changed their payment method or address information that could save you weeks of anxiety and confusion. I know how vital these checks are for your daily expenses, medical costs, and overall peace of mind. That's why I've also prepared a comprehensive breakdown of what to do if your payment doesn't arrive on the expected date, including direct contact numbers that few people know about. And for those of you receiving different types of benefits, I'll clarify exactly which payment schedule applies to your situation. Before we dive into these essential details, take a moment to hit that like button. It helps more seniors find this crucial information. If you haven't already subscribed, do it now to stay updated on all Social Security changes in 2025. And here's something special. Leave a comment with your state, and I'll reply with specific regional office information for your area. Trust me, you'll want this information handy. Now, let's get to those January 2025 payment dates and the changes that could affect your benefits. Let's dive right into those crucial January 2025 payment dates that everyone's been asking about. First and foremost, for those of you who receive Social Security benefits and were born between the 1st and 10th of any month, your payments will arrive on Wednesday, January 8th, 2025. I know many of you rely on these dates for budgeting, so mark your calendars now. For our beneficiaries born between the 11th and 20th, your payments are scheduled for Wednesday, January 15th, 2025. And if you were born between the 21st and 31st, expect your payment on Wednesday, January 22nd, 2025. Now, these dates are particularly important because January brings some unique challenges, with the holiday season just ending and winter expenses typically being higher. Something interesting that many people don't realize is that Supplemental Security Income (SSI) recipients will actually receive their January payment on December 31st, 2024. This is because January 1st is a federal holiday, and in such cases, the Social Security Administration always pays early rather than late. This early payment can be a real blessing after the holiday season, but it's crucial to plan your budget accordingly. Let's talk about what's new for 2025 that might affect these payments. The Social Security Administration has implemented a new digital notification system that will alert you about your payment status. If you haven't already, I strongly recommend setting up your online account at ssa.gov to access this feature. It's a game changer for keeping track of your benefits, and I'll explain why in just a moment. For those of you who recently switched to direct deposit, and I know many of you have based on the comments in my previous videos, your first payment of 2025 might arrive in a slightly different time frame. The Social Security Administration typically takes 1 to 2 payment cycles to fully process direct deposit changes. Don't panic if you see this happen, it's completely normal and temporary. Here's something crucial that not many people are talking about. The Social Security Administration has updated their payment processing systems for 2025. This means faster processing times for those who need to make changes to their payment information. But it also means you need to be extra careful when submitting any updates to your account. Even a small error in your information could cause delays. Let's discuss what to do if your payment doesn't arrive on schedule. First, don't immediately assume something's wrong. Banks can sometimes take up to 3 business days to process deposits, especially around federal holidays. However, if it's been more than 3 business days, you'll want to contact your bank first, then the Social Security Administration if needed. I'll share the direct contact number shortly. For those of you who receive both Social Security retirement benefits and SSI, your payment schedule might be slightly different. The good news is that the Social Security Administration has simplified the dual payment system for 2025. You'll no longer have to track multiple dates. They've synchronized the payments to make it easier for beneficiaries to manage their finances. Speaking of managing finances, let's talk about the new online tools available to Social Security recipients in 2025. The SSA has finally modernized their website and app interfaces, making it much easier to track your payments, update your information, and even chat with representatives. I know technology isn't everyone's strong suit, but these new tools are specifically designed with seniors in mind. Here's a valuable tip that could save you hours of frustration. If you need to contact the Social Security Administration in January, try calling during their new extended hours. They've added evening hours on Wednesdays and early morning hours on Saturdays, specifically for 2025. This means less time waiting on hold and more convenient options for getting your questions answered. Let's address a concern many of you have shared about identity verification for payments. In 2025, the Social Security Administration is implementing enhanced security measures to protect your benefits. Don't be alarmed if you're asked to verify your identity through additional steps. This is for your protection. I'll walk you through exactly what to expect and how to prepare for it. For those of you who travel or spend time in different states, there's good news about payment accessibility. The Social Security Administration has partnered with more banks and credit unions nationwide, making it easier to access your benefits wherever you are. This is particularly helpful for our snowbird friends who spend winters in warmer states. Here's something important about Medicare deductions from your Social Security payments in January 2025. The processing schedule for Medicare premiums has been slightly adjusted, which might affect when you see these deductions. Don't worry if the timing seems a bit different from previous years. It's part of the new streamlined system. Let's talk about the new payment notification system I mentioned earlier. Once you set up your online account, you'll receive alerts 3 days before your payment is scheduled, when it's processed, and when it's deposited. This three-step verification process gives you peace of mind and helps you track your money every step of the way. For those receiving survivor's benefits, there's been a slight modification to the payment schedule. The Social Security Administration has aligned these payments more closely with retirement benefits to reduce confusion. This means most survivors' benefit recipients will now receive payments on the same schedule as regular Social Security recipients. Here's a practical tip for the new year. Consider setting up automatic bill payments that align with your Social Security payment dates. Many utility companies and service providers are now offering flexible payment date options specifically designed to accommodate Social Security payment schedules. This can help you better manage your monthly expenses and avoid any late fees. Let's address another common concern. What happens if there's a government shutdown in 2025? I want to reassure you that Social Security payments are considered mandatory spending and will continue regardless of any government shutdown. Your benefits are protected by law, so you can rest easy knowing your payments will arrive as scheduled. For those of you helping family members manage their Social Security benefits, there's an important update to the representative payee system for 2025. The Social Security Administration has simplified the reporting requirements and added new online tools to make it easier to manage someone else's benefits. This is especially helpful for those caring for elderly parents or disabled family members. Now, let's discuss some practical ways to track your payments in 2025. Besides the official SSA website, many banks have introduced special features for Social Security recipients. These tools can help you monitor your deposits and even provide spending analysis to help you budget your benefits more effectively. Here's something few people know about. The Social Security Administration has introduced a new callback system for 2025. Instead of waiting on hold, you can now schedule a specific time for a representative to call you. This is especially helpful for those with busy schedules or who don't want to spend time waiting on the phone. For those of you who receive paper checks, and I know some of you still prefer this method, there's an important update about mail delivery schedules in January 2025. The Postal Service has implemented new tracking systems specifically for government checks, providing better visibility into exactly where your payment is in the delivery process. Let's talk about what to do if you need to change your payment information in early 2025. The Social Security Administration has introduced a new verification process that's more secure, but also more efficient. You'll need specific documentation, but the process is now much faster than in previous years. And finally, remember that January 2025 brings some changes to the way cost of living adjustments are reflected in your payments. These adjustments are automatically calculated and applied to your benefits, ensuring that your purchasing power keeps pace with inflation. The new payment amounts will be clearly detailed in your online account or in the paper statement you receive. Keep in mind that these payment schedules and systems are designed to make your life easier, not more complicated. If you ever feel overwhelmed or confused about any aspect of your Social Security benefits, don't hesitate to reach out for help. Whether through the official channels we discussed or through community resources, there's always someone available to assist you in understanding and managing your benefits.